Sometimes you watch a movie and you're so compelled to talk to people about it. I've been doing that for the last 4 or 5 days since I saw a new film called Society of the Snow. And now I'm doing it for all of my YouTube subscribers and anyone that might happen upon this video, as it is going to be dropping on Netflix in just a couple of days. And I highly, highly recommend that you watch this movie, but make sure you have a pillow or something to hold on tight to. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the garage. Society of the Snow is a movie that's been playing in limited release this month in December 2023, and it's going to be dropping in the first week of January on Netflix. It's a film directed by Juan Antonio Bayona. He is best known to me personally for his other survival thriller film called The Impossible, starring Ewan McGregor, and he was also in the director's chair recently for one of the Jurassic Park sequels that I wasn't very high on, but I did really respect the visuals and the direction, for Fallen Kingdom. Society of the Snow tells the story of the 1972 Uruguayan plane crash in the Andes Mountains. It's been told before on screen in the early 90s. You might remember a film called Alive, which starred Ethan Hawke, among many other up-and-comers in Hollywood. That film is somewhat dated today when you look at the special effects in the movie, and also it's been told there was some other stuff kind of added to the story that was just for dramatic effect that didn't necessarily happen. So what we get with Society of the Snow is a very pure, stripped-down, harrowing, real-life story about this moment in time that you can't possibly fathom. Just the extreme nature of this true story and what these people had to go through is absolutely awe-inspiring and really hard to kind of get a grasp on. And as you're watching it, it doesn't seem real. And to think that these people went through this is just, there's a reason why this story has been told numerous times and has been written about countless times, because it is a fascinating story of survival. So being that this is a biopic and based on a true story, it's going to be hard to really call this a spoiler-free review, but I'll stay away from any major plot spoilers that happen to certain characters. And I just want to tell you that I love the movie. I think this ends up being one of my favorite films of 2023, and it snuck in right at the end of the year. I saw this in the last week of 2023, right after Christmas. I knew the story, which is a testament to Bayona's direction here too, and a lot of the performances in the film, because the story was familiar to me, but I felt like I was finding out for the first time. I was learning about this in real time, even though I wasn't, and I kind of already knew where it was going. One of the reasons why this story in history is so well known is because it's common knowledge that the survivors had to resort to cannibalism to survive in the mountainous, snowy mountains of the Andes for several months that they were out there. I think it was nearly 3 months that they were stranded there, and they knew they had to survive. So the cannibalism part became a big part of the story, and kind of a part that hooks you in from a fascination, oh my God perspective. But just the will to live, the camaraderie, and the brotherhood that's created with other people that are there, the absolute desire to not give up, and to not give up not only for yourself and to see your own family and friends, but for the people that are now dependent upon you as this kind of mini found family out there in the Andes, was truly remarkable. It really touched me emotionally. It's a harrowing film. The plane crash sequence in this movie is shot in a way that is so mind-bending and polarizing and frankly hard to watch. It's very brutal, with things like the sound design around the plane crash, some of the visuals of the characters' facial expressions and things that they're going through during the crash. And then, of course, the aftermath is basically the next 80% of the movie is the aftermath of the crash. And the actors, who are virtually unknowns, this is a Spanish film, so you'll have to read subtitles here in America, but you connect with them. Very emotional performances all around. It's Bayona's best film, in my opinion, Society of the Snow. I think it's his best directorial effort to date, which is saying a lot because he does a lot of great things from the director's chair. But this is a movie that has to be seen to be believed. And I've already kind of touched on this. I think what's extraordinary is no matter how well you think you may know this story of this famous 1972 Uruguayan crash and the rugby team that was on board, you still will get something new from this version because it is told from a very human perspective from the survivors' point of view. And a lot of the survivors of this crash were involved in the writing and the making of the film. It's based on the books that one of the survivors wrote. I cannot recommend Society of the Snow enough. It is a hard watch. It is very, very sad at times, but it does have that underlying hopefulness to it. And knowing that kind of where it goes in history and what actually happened, you hang on to that thread of hope too, to see kind of how it happens. How are they able to escape the seemingly inescapable? I highly, highly recommend this movie. Out of 100, I'm going to give Society of the Snow an 85. What did you guys think of this one? Have you seen it? Are you planning on catching it on Netflix? Please let me know down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time in the garage.